Hey y'all, what's good? It's AM Trades, and today we have day number 11 of the Zero to Hero funded challenge, okay? Taking us from zero to over $1 million in funded capital by the end of the year. So today, we're just gonna go over kind of a trade recap for May 13th. Today was a Monday. We did not have any news, which was not great for the market, as you'll see in a moment. But yeah, no news Monday. We ended up taking two trades in line with our trading plan. Like I mentioned the week before, we edited our trading plan a little to not allow us to take more than one trading position or on one trade idea in the PM session of a No News Monday. And the same goes for the AM session, right? All right. So without further ado, we can get into what the chart looked like for today. So if we kind of zoom out here a little bit onto the 15-minute, we're gonna go over ES, and then we're gonna go over NQ, and then we're gonna go over ES. So what we saw is today, we opened market. We created these equal highs, the same on the SPX. Because of a lack of volume, we did not sweep liquidity here. Usually, pretty much any other day, we will end up sweeping liquidity, and then creating an S&T there. Hold on, where are we at? Oh no, we did. Yeah, so we created a 15-minute bearish S&T. So I was looking for shorts going into the day. We market open, dumped down. We created this S&T, okay? Like I said here, we didn't take the high. And so I was looking for shorts, right? Now, however, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that we are overall in a bearish order flow. And this is also previous day's high. So this is going to be a draw on liquidity. So I was looking to target previous day's high after we see the manipulation at market open, and there was no news today. So like I said, we were just waiting for the 950 to 1010 execution macro. Okay, so we saw that SMT. It gave us that nice manipulation move down. We swept liquidity. We came into this big turtle soup here. I was looking to long from this turtle soup because we had all of this liquidity here, all of this liquidity here, a nice imbalance here, and this is also our midnight open. So we come into discount of our midnight open, manipulating downward at 10 a.m., implying that we are going to be bearish. See, we can sweep those lows. We got a manipulation kind of early today. And then we can go down on the 1 minute and look for a confirmation, which I believe was an inverse for value gap here. Oh no, so I took the entry on my live account. I took it here off the inverse of this 1 minute for value gap. Okay, this one right here. Right, so this bullish candle inversed it, meaning that order flow is likely to shift bullish. And then I was looking to see momentum out after this manipulation leg. We can see that we mitigated this wickless candle as well, so there was no imbalances within here, and creating that order block as well. So we saw that move up, and then I got an entry in on all of my funded evaluation accounts, right on this candle here, back into this fair value gap created by the displacement outward of the inversion one. Okay, and then we can see that we chopped around for a few minutes. We saw a dip down into this 1 minute order block, filled orders, and then we saw some nice movement up. A wickless candle here as well, which is very nice to see in terms of displacement, because that means that institutional order flow is in the mix, or if it's not institutional order flow, it is very heavy buying pressure in the market. Okay, and this was also based off of equilibrium of, what range was it? I believe it is this entire daily range. Yeah, so we came into equilibrium of previous day, right? And if we look here, we actually had a OTE right on the 6 p.m. open, which we actually ended up coming and taking before moving upward. That's actually very interesting. However, we saw a nice reaction from equilibrium, right? That manipulation. So it was all in line with my trade idea. And so we got in, and then I wanted to take profits only at previous day's high. I was looking to hold this all the way up for a 1 to 3.82. We ran up nicely into profit, and then see this orange line. That is where I went break even. Okay, and that was based off of the equilibrium of this range. Oh no, sorry, it must have been OTE. The OTE of this range. Okay, so at OTE of this range, I wanted to see us displace through it and not respect it, because then we would continue bearish, right? Especially off of that 15-minute S&T. I wanted to see that eventually get disrespected. So we come up here, we hit our break-even point, so every stop is at break-even, and then we can see that we chop around, No News Monday AM session, and then we come and hit our break-even stop loss, okay? This candle was very, very, very aggressive, and I ended up getting quite a few bad fills, especially on the funded X accounts. On the one-of-one accounts, I got great fills, as per usual. the goats, man, 100% profit splits. But yeah, so I got slipped about 0.25% on both of the funded X accounts. So that was a loss of about $500 each. It's not much. It's whatever. That's how it goes. And then I wasn't willing to trade any of this price action. Just look how terrible that is. However, what we saw is AM session created all of these equal highs, and that is a lot of liquidity, okay? So I wanted to see that get taken out in PM session, because what we ended up seeing is right around lunch hour here, the end of lunch hour macro, we saw a massive dump down into hourly lows, okay? So these are two hourly lows, hourly relative equal lows. And then we also had a sweep of further lows down here. So we swept here and we came into this. And then what did we do on the S&P? We can see that we swept even farther because the S&P was weaker today. I believe that we did have quite a bad day for a lot of the large percentage they're large weighted stocks in the S&P. So here we swept all the way down to the Friday lunch hour candle. And if we look here, did we sweep the Friday lunch hour candle? We did not. So that was a bullish SMT. Okay, so I was looking for longs, and I was already looking for longs based on these equal highs as well as these equal highs from AM session. I understood that we weren't going to see a massive 600 or 700 tick move. I understood that we weren't going to see a massive 1,000 tick move is what I meant to say in PM session, because we did not have any news, and we have Powell speaking tomorrow, so it's already going to be a very choppy market. But yeah, any other day I probably would have, say we had unemployment claims or jolts or anything in the morning, and we saw that accumulation, I would likely have taken this position with a much tighter stop, probably around there, and then longed, taken profit here, and then taken profit at the high. But I just didn't think that we were going to see momentum like that for today, considering what the market conditions were. And this is why the two trades today weren't high risk to reward. They were just regular, 1 to 1.2 at full volume, which I never ended up taking. This was actually negative risk to reward. But yeah, so the second trade, what we ended up seeing is that big manipulation moved down, okay? We saw a move back up. We disrespected the 5-minute and the 15-minute for value gap. We inversed them. Here, if we go on the 15-minute, I can show you. Where was it? Oh no, I guess it just got filled right away. Yeah, so instant rebalance of the 15-minute for value gap. And then what we saw was this was also a volume imbalance on the futures chart. So that was nice to see. I was looking for an entry to go long off of this 5-minute for value gap. I really thought that we were going to come up and take these highs, but we are leaving them for news tomorrow, which is completely understandable. And so, yeah, I took this one at around 135 EST, and that was entered on the 5-minute. And then I had my stops are below. Sorry if I get rid of this. We can see that we had displacement out of our manipulation leg down under OTE, as well as our 6 p.m. open. And then this is our low of day. And then we also had a retap into that for value gap. So there was no reason to come back down here to kind of mitigate. The order block is going to be not very heavy here because there's so much, there's not very much liquidity here because it was such an aggressive move down, right? So I didn't want to see price come down below that for value gap because that meant that my trade ID wasn't validated. And so, yeah, that's where I put my stop. 1% risk. I was in on all the accounts here, and we can see that we literally just chopped around, okay? We chopped around for a long time. I held this position all the way up until market close, actually, so 4 p.m. Right there. I held this position for about 3 hours, waiting for that to get hit. We saw a nice just move up here, nice trend line as well if you guys are into that. But yeah, definitely. So we ended up closing all of these positions at, I think, 359 or 358, and I got some really bad fills because price was super volatile around here, as it usually is at market close. So one of the accounts made $500, another one made $1,300, another one made 1,000, another one made 200. So yeah, no, it was not fun. Oh, and another one made 100 because Top Step filled me terribly. However, it's whatever, it's fine. We took about, I'd say about 0.4 R. We risked 1% and we made about 1,300 on that largest account. But yeah, the reason that I didn't let us trade into after hours is because one, we have FOMC tomorrow. Two, it's a no news Monday, so it's going to be less volatile, and we are not going to see price book as nicely to those highs in after hour. And we are also not that close, like in proximity. Let's see, how many ticks is that? That would be a 70 pip move in after hours, which is not impossible. But to withdraw on liquidity, it's just less likely to happen. As well as last time that I held a position like that, I think I held a position into Asia session last week on Thursday or Wednesday, and I didn't realize how bad that the swap fees were charged at 6 p.m. open. I thought that they were charged at midnight, so I thought I was going to be fine. However, I went back and looked. Each one of those positions was floating in around 2R profit at 1%. So that on $7,000 size, you can imagine how much we made. But it was quite interesting to go back and see when I closed my positions, go to orders and see swap like $400 on each one of the accounts. Yeah, that was not nice to see. But it's whatever. We learn from our mistakes, and I am likely not going to be holding into Asian session anymore. But yeah, with that being said, that was pretty much the trades that we took today. We followed our trading plan very nicely. We are going to be waiting. The rest of this week is actually pretty good for news. PM session tomorrow should be very good because we have Powell speaking in the morning. I will not be trading AM session because Powell is speaking. Just go off the color of his tie. But yeah, with that being said, I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow. See ya.